Somebody dead. You okay, Mike? You're right.
Felt that in my soul, dude. Felt that in my soul.
Please keep that, please.
Hi guys, this is Our Nights. I am Michael.
I'm Gerard.
And I'm Ray.
And today we will be watching The Arrival, 1996.
Have you guys heard of this movie before?
Not at all.
Never.
But you know the main actor? Go ahead, what are you going to say?
I'm guessing with the title, probably out of space.
Well, yeah,
probably
definitely
out of
sci-fi.
space. Probably.
Definitely sci-fi.
That's it.
I was confusing this movie was the movie that came out in 2000. It was, I think it's also called Arrival.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, it's that's the one that we were talking about. It's the one where so there's like a alien that shows up out of nowhere and like they can't communicate with it, and then there's a scientist that's been brought in.
This
to,
is
like,
not that.
communicate. It's not.
No.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
that.
This
okay.
is not that.
Okay,
Definitely
I
not.
thought this was that.
1996.
Because I remember watching parts of that. I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh, they're not like in the same. They're not the same movie, but like
I don't think the same story. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I never heard of this movie before. Like, I know that Charlie Sheen's in it.
Oh,
Okay.
men.
Mr. Chicken, Wonder Woman Chicken Dinner, 2.5 Men, and stuff like that. And a bunch of movies that I like that he's in, you know?
Okay.
But I don't know anything about this movie, and I just like this. Again, when it's a movie that I don't know anything about, I try not to do any research on it.
Yeah.
That's it. I like going in blind. So I know you guys haven't seen this. I haven't seen this. We know who
Surprisingly.
Charlie Sheen is, and I also know this is somewhat sci-fi. It may not be sci-fi, like sci-fi.
Really? So there's like because I'm coming into this like there's gonna be aliens involved.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be, yeah.
Well,
That's
I'm
kind of what I
thinking-
thought about too.
I'm thinking that this is more NASA,
Okay.
like, you know, not
Scientifically, like science.
Remember that movie we saw when those guys were making a rocket
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
became NASA engineers?
Yes.
So I'm thinking this might be in the same vein.
Okay.
I may be wrong. This is me looking at the thumbnail,
Okay.
you know, but I might be completely wrong. But it's giving me that type of vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway, without any further ado, you guys ready for this?
Yeah,
do it.
Guys, this is The Arrival, 1990, 96?
6.
96? Let's check this out.
Have you guys been seeing the whole thing about like that they've been finding stuff like in the ocean or stuff like that? What's going on?
yeah.
We know that. We know we got aliens, dog.
Come on, man.
Yeah, at this point.
We knew it, bro. We knew it.
Uh-oh. Alza el Gaib. What is it from Dune? Work Films, Thomas Jason.
Now that you say it, does give like that Doom vibe.
Now it's right.
Kind of weird intro. Feels like it's like a trailer. It's part of the start, right?
Right?
Watching a trailer of a movie. What's there?
The Arrival. That's what it is there.
We're gonna zoom out. It's all like
Like those symbols and
It's like
signs.
a crop field thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you may be right.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
that's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah, that definitely shouldn't be there. I'm just saying.
No, she's right.
I'm not a scientist, but that definitely shouldn't be there.
I agree with her 100%. I think she's
I
right.
think she's right on.
I think she knows what she's talking about.
That's crazy. That's like a real thing, by the way.
That's probably in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah.
No, that one's gone already, bro. I'm so
Yeah,
sad
They
that
took
one.
it down. But they're rebuilding it. Am I
Are they doing
I
that?
thought they were doing it again.
That'd be awesome.
But that was also back in 19 something, so that probably is that one.
No, the one in Puerto Rico is more like built into the ground.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is really cool, by the way.
Yeah,
You guys ever go to it?
Yeah, I've been to a
I
couple
got
times.
it.
Is Charlie Sheen? I'll turn on.
No.
Moving on to
Is that Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, he was young there.
Wolf 336, F-class star, at right ascension 7.36.75.
I can imagine that if I was like into this that any sign or anything I hear from outer space would be like wow,
Yeah.
something.
Station 5.
Is my voice even vaguely familiar to you, Zane?
Honey, I'm trying to get out of here, but as usual, Calvin's holding.
Are they trying to find life or just a star that may be livable?
Important to me right now than that.
Is this based off of the wow factor? Like this happened in real life? That's gone. Those were the Reapers from Firefly flying over. We just picked that up.
That was the shadows just flying by.
You know,
Like, yeah,
something.
no.
It didn't sound nice.
Also?
Zane, why don't you stick your paranoia back in your pants and get out of here? I will call you.
Okay, fine, no problem. When?
Whenever I get to it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, AM, PM?
Go!
The same line.
He's taking the anger he has in the guy in NASA and giving it to her. He doesn't need to be doing that. It's
Right now. They could be talking to us. Right now.
Yeah, bro. His head is in outer space. His head is nowhere.
no, but I kind of think though you need people like this to do this type of job, like people who have this type of OCD with you problem. That's not helping. What else can go wrong, right?
Yeah, you need people who are like so devoted like this.
To this, right? Like this is
Yeah, you
their
have-
like this is their thing.
Have to have people like this. Without people like this, there's no.
Ain't no way.
Well, he can hack into it.
He could. Yeah, but you think that would be strong enough?
No. Well, if he's using it as a receiver just to get a signal, if he puts it in the right spot, if he remembers the right spot.
Phased array.
Anyway, listen, I'm not trying to make it out like I know what the hell he's doing. I have no idea.
Yep.
But I'm assuming he knows what to do with communications.
Good morning, Mr. Carabiner. I'm Horace with the Global Satellite Company.
Is he gonna fake it and get everybody's
Good morning. Good morning.
satellite connected all in one shot?
That's crazy.
Soy de su compañía de satélite local.
Can I see your dish?
Well, he is Hispanic, so he should be able to speak Spanish, no problem. They on to him already? Jesus Christ, that kid scared the crap out of me.
What are you doing here? And how soon can you leave?
What are you doing here?
I live here. Do you mind?
Hey, where you going? Get me down out of here.
I'm calling the cops. I'll be right back.
I'm like, oh yeah, you don't need help. Don't worry about it.
Well, if he's on my roof,
What are you doing?
right?
Told you to wait downstairs.
What's this thing here?
Cooling jacket for a low noise amp. Don't touch it.
There you go. I tell you what it was. It's cooling for a low noise amp.
It's cold.
Just keep your butt down. Your foot up. Your mouth shut. You can watch, but don't touch anything.
You're being way too nice.
Way too nice.
Seriously.
I mean, I'm trying to do something here. The last thing I need is this distracting.
Oh, he Loki ended up making a big satellite.
That's what I'm
Pretty
saying.
much, yeah.
He's connected everybody's satellites. Look, he's moving all of these.
That's crazy.
Dude, he has more connections than NASA at this point. He made all those satellites.
You string enough of them together, it makes one big radio antenna, basically.
But what's it do?
Get out.
They give everybody in a 20-mile
Once you get
radius
close to the stars.
cancer. I wonder, can you like attract enough radiation from all this?
Too busy patting us down, see if we strapped.
I assume you mean guns? They find one on you?
Not me, just everyone else. That's how come them folks want me out of LA. Crazy stuff going on.
It's annoying me.
That's a fact.
I know.
Like, I do not want him in this movie. Like, get out, please. I was very interested until he came.
Like, I want to find exactly what's going on here.
Bro, what's up with kids being annoying in movies, bro?
No, but it could be that it's done because it's people probably not following along. So he's gonna break down to the kid in a dumb way.
To us.
That way we're like, oh, that's what he's doing.
What'd they say before?
Maybe how to live forever. Maybe how to make nuclear power safe. I don't know. Maybe they were just ordering out for a pizza. You see, we won't really know what they're saying. Not at first, but that doesn't make it any less important. If I can confirm this signal, if we can find it again, then we will...
I'm gonna assume that everything he did is 100% illegal.
You think so?
Oh, no, you think so? Nah.
Using
I
my
wouldn't
shadow.
I wouldn't have thought about that. Definitely not.
Hey, I think he's
don't know.
completely in his right to do so.
Maybe a misdemeanor. Oh, this guy again.
Ah.
Well, I've seen this guy before. I think he's from The Patriot. That's his alarm? Oh, that's awful.
That's crazy. In your house? That's crazy.
I'd rather have the kid. Did he didn't tell the whole story? Maybe he didn't tell the whole story.
Tell you what, whenever I'm up there, you can come over. But only if you got the proper ID.
So where I get that at?
Yeah, at least it's helping, last case scenario, helping the kid
Well, I guess in many ways, you want to teach this stuff, you want to...
pass it on.
What is all that stuff?
It's technical.
Because it looks like some kind of a radio sonde for atmospheric sampling.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Just who are you?
And they're all dressed up, too.
You're staying at San Marisol, yes?
What do you mean, new type? I mean, you still burn fossil fuels, right?
Great emissions. Very few emissions.
What kind of emissions?
I'm not expert in this matter like yourself.
Is she an alien?
Dang, they're not sweating.
Nice of them to bring our cars here.
Follow me back to town. And don't make any stops, all right?
I just met you, dude. I like, really? You sure?
Yeah, but he's into something. He's onto something.
Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he looks like...
Just like...
That's his boy. The guy who fired him.
That's crazy.
Okay, hold up. These are way too...
So the government is involved. They know.
They are the aliens.
They know exactly what's happening.
Understand you do residential work? I've got a little weeding problem I'm hoping you can help me with. It's really a very small job. There's the address.
That's how you play a hitman, bro. You keep it low key.
Ooh. Ninor, ninor. Ninor, ninor.
What the hell's that?
Alien communication device, bro.
So the kids will come in handy. How they know? Wait, well, I guess never really moved, did he?
Is that getting bigger?
I think it's floating.
Is that a mini black hole or something?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep. No, my bad.
You good?
See, I was thinking that this movie was not like sci-fi like that. I thought it was, again, like
More scientific.
more our time, just scientific, not sci-fi.
Are we gonna see his cricket form?
That's what that was. That just freaked me out. Oh.
This is the Arctic.
90 miles from the pole.
Well, what's it doing there?
Taken by itself is just another anomaly. But as a whole, you see, the Arctic is incredibly sensitive to environmental change. That's why we go there, because things happen first in the Arctic.
Yeah, his girl's going to San Diego now.
She's right there.
Suitable to colonization. Terraforming.
What is that?
This guy at JPL.
Are they terraforming Antarctica?
Are the aliens trying to do what they're trying to do on Mars, but in Earth instead?
I don't know, because in Mexico they said this is a new type of power plant, and I'm wondering if that alien technology.
What?
I don't know. We might give him a call if it's not too. Jesus. Did the time warp dance here.
And so he just opened every single poisonous thing that he just had?
Still haven't seen everything I need to see. Maybe a couple of days.
You know, I must say, Zane, I really enjoyed our talk tonight. It's uncommon for me to find someone who can actually grasp the things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah, I hear you.
So where are you staying?
Mm-hmm. Can I come over?
Some kind of an accident?
Everything is lately.
Boy, Zane, that's...
I don't know if this is an effective way to try to kill somebody quietly.
You think so? You don't think so?
Oh
No.
God.
Well, if scorpions are a common thing in Mexico, then it's like...
Yeah, but let's comment like in 30 in one room.
Planet Corp Industries. Check it out for me, will you?
Oh. That got some attention.
There's like 400,000 scorpions next to
Oof.
the sea thing.
You're telling me you still...
I have a feeling she's gonna survive this, no problem.
Looks like they buy up old power utilities, overhaul, and put them back online. Ecuador, Peru, 3 facilities in Mexico.
Are they trying to connect all of the big satellites together?
No, because now these are power plants.
I don't know what else to say.
How about I miss you?
I shouldn't have to say it.
Unless they're trying to power something up. Like, something crazy.
Like a beacon?
Like let's say there's a spaceship buried in Mexico or something like that. Now with all those 20 power plants, they could probably get enough power to get the heck out of there and get that ship flying again. Yeah. I mean, that's a shot in the dark. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just trying to figure out why would I need so many power plants. They got to power something up for that, no?
Yeah, bro, she's dying.
Crusty ass toast. Somebody dead. You okay, Mike? You're right.
Felt that in my soul, dude. Felt that in my soul.
Please keep that, please.
But you see his paranoia? Like, you need somebody to do this type of job, but his paranoia
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit much.
No,
like
we need this. We need this.
He's breaking into facilities. Like, he's not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? If he goes against, somebody who, security, what's he going to do?
I don't know, bro. You never know. Mate.
My guy's in khaki pants and a flannel.
Very 90s.
No, yeah.
With the headphones on, the Walkman.
If that's it, how big does that make the...
Oh, are they tilting the entire building?
Or a super powerful. Oh, it is a super powerful radar.
Yeah.
Because they're communicating. He said. That's probably what they need with that power.
Oh, they destroyed all of the other satellites nearby.
Oh, he's picking it up. Oh.
Yeah, if I lose my glasses, I'm cooked. I'm dead forever.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about
You
it.
announce it. I'm here, guys. I'm here.
Just be kind to me. Turn me into one of you guys. I'll be one of you guys. No problem.
Bruh. Bro, isn't that like toxic to you, bro? Couldn't you die?
What was that? I wonder what that was that they dropped in there.
So is this the gas that this girl has been tracking? That like the heat? Because she mentioned they have multiple facilities just like this.
Oh.
They don't ask no questions, nothing.
That's
They
what I
just
like.
do
That's
it,
what I
and
like.
That's it.
That's what I like.
You don't gotta be
They
by
know.
my
People
business,
know.
bro.
I like my
People
from
know.
Mexico,
People know.
dog.
Bro.
My vatos, dude.
You don't gotta be in people's business.
Actually, I look like a can of smashed assholes. Here's a tip. If you ever get the chance to travel with a Mexican rodeo, pass.
What do you want, Zane?
What do I want? I want to blow a hole in your head and donate your organs to science. But there are a few things I need to know first.
Ask yourself why an antenna won't deploy on a deep space probe. Or ask how they could launch a $6 billion telescope without testing its mirror. Because right now, as much as you think you know, you don't know the half of it. Right now, you're just one little guy with a big conspiracy theory and no proof, and the world is full of them. So, Zane,
So they are making it harder.
we're just finishing what you started. What would have taken you 100 years, we'll do in 10. Just speeding along your own demise.
Like you sped Calvin along. And Alana Green, right?
If you can't tend to your own planet, none of you deserve to live here.
Jesus Christ.
Bang. You're dead.
Don't tell me that's who I think it is. We have a problem here?
Yeah. He got you on tape.
I'm gonna handle this myself.
I don't know. I kind of feel like he. kind of feel like he made a mistake.
Us, Kiki.
Well, so what was that? So do they got these little flashlight fingers that
E.T., bro? No, it's not like
Flashlight
E.T.,
finger.
bro.
I'll show everyone as soon as I fire up the array.
That area is gone, homie.
Yep. The girl?
Sure.
Zane.
Get off me! This is a field trip.
I let my grandma know. I want to come. I want to help.
Drive!
Kidnapping now? With an actual kid?
That should kill him. Unless he's the Terminator, that should kill him. Would you touch that?
Zane, can we get out of here now?
Not that way.
You really could.
You could actually.
Just go through the van, go forward.
I'll be right behind you.
What type of duct is that? What is the engineering behind that? Like, why? Why was the...
What type of?
That is a weird thing, isn't it?
If you don't hurry up, Charlie Sheen.
Zane, sir. His name is Zane in the movie.
Cut him up! Cut him up! Yo!
That guy just did.
Right afterwards, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy.
When he did that in his room in his apartment, it didn't get that crazy.
Because it was only a
Tiny
small one.
Tiny one, yeah.
That one was huge.
Charlie Sheen's dead.
Thane. Thane.
If he's alive,
Yeah. It's gonna be the guy too. It's gonna be the guy. No legs. He comes. I'm alive.
he lost his shoe.
Oh, that has to be annoying.
Walking without a shoe.
Walking without a shoe, especially in the desert. That's all rocks and sand. You know what I mean?
So awful.
Well, at least technically there's a van. So technically it's like, he's technically won't be walking.
Bro, but I bet your back feels so good after that. They elongate.
Oh, after
you
being in a
bit,
pool
you
like
know what I
that,
mean?
a little stretch.
A little stretch, you know what I mean?
Sure. Your spine is like perfect now.
Bruh.
Gonna be Kiki down there. Yep, knew it.
Really, kid?
Is Kiki nearly?
Really?
To be like this. Why couldn't you just come and ask for our help? Then you tell them. You go back and tell them that I know.
Making him run off like a kangaroo.
Aren't they? Yes. You're pumping out greenhouse gas.
Now you're dead.
You're changing the air, the temperature, and the whole ecosystem.
We're just finishing what you started. What would have taken you 100 years, we'll do in 10. Just speeding along your own demise.
Like you spent Calvin along. And along agree, right?
If you can't tend to your own planet, none of you deserve to live here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we have a lot to unpack here, guys.
Yeah, let's have some commentary on this. This was pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, like It was pretty entertaining.
Pretty entertaining.
It was entertaining, but there were some stupid things going on.
Big time.
All right.
There were so many things that like would have caught him up.
Well, that's one thing, you know. The plot, the idea that they're on Earth and they're pretty much taking over.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna live here. They're gonna ruin our planet.
Yeah.
I like that's a great plot. That's a really good plot, right? What I don't understand is the motivation of Charlie Sheen throughout the majority of this movie. You know, because he's a guy who finds sounds out, but his obsession with it is almost nuts. Like, why did he go to Mexico? Like, did he have to go to Mexico? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're curious about what's going on, but what was he planning to do in Mexico? What was his goal to be in Mexico in that facility? You know? Then when he goes to the other facilities, like, you're like, what are you trying to do? Like, if you're trying to get information that these people are here, you already have that. You know?
But he needed to have credible evidence, which I believe that was probably the reason why he was trying to go to Mexico, because it's like, he found out that the Mexican station was under the same frequency.
I don't think so. He didn't find that out till he was there. You know what I mean? And
he found that out at his house. That's why the Mexican station was under the same.
He didn't know Mexico had a satellite the way that we saw. That threw him off. Remember that real alien looking like satellite?
That was different. No, but the first one that burned down, at first he was going to go there.
That was a radio station.
Correct. Which I feel
but to do what?
I feel like it could have been more in the sense of like the same thing that he was trying to do the first time. Record it, and then try to show evidence of the fact. But they were burning everything.
I get that.
I get
that. But then why did he? Because he was breaking into facilities.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this was like,
which is BS.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
that's BS.
First of all, these facilities, if it is what we think it is, it will probably have a lot more security than that easy to break through, right?
You can't just walk into NASA.
But his obsession of him doing it and breaking it himself, that was throwing me off because like no one really do that. No one will like. There's other ways to investigate. We'll have to go physically going in there, breaking in. Like, what's your plan? If you get discovered, you find out what because you're not that guy. You're not trained in black ops.
Yeah, no.
To be doing this.
You're not. What is it? Tom who? The one that does Mission Impossible.
They tell you, you're not Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
But you're not gonna be like, ding ding.
So his obsession of getting information was too much for me. Like his actions to get that information, like that felt like wow, that's bordering on crazy. Like he's crazy.
It was very movie like. It was very like this is a movie. Right, like,
but correct. It's a movie.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you know how some movies are like, okay, that was very realistic. This is like, no, this is very movie like. Like this is one of those like kind of, again, this is like, yeah, nobody would do that ever in real life.
No, nobody would.
Ever.
Like, and there was so many times. First of all, there was many times they could have already killed this guy off. If they were killing off ladies with the scorpions and his friend, they were all there. He was really easy to kill off, and they didn't do that. Nope. They had plenty of opportunities. And which is fine. Okay, again, fine. This plot armor. You gotta get the story going. And again, I did like the story, but I think what really got me out was his way of handling the problem.
Yeah,
like it just like this doesn't just seem normal. Like that felt like somebody who's unhinged to go out of his way and do what he's doing. You know, to get the information he wanted. Other than that, the movie's fine, you know. Action was great. There were some parts where the movie was intentionally building attention.
Yeah.
Right? You're like you at one point, you're like, if you don't get out of here now, Charlie, what's going on? So it's building that on purpose. So in some parts, it felt very artificial. As opposed to when movies do it, and like it's smoothly done. You're like, you feel how you get it. Well, in this case, it felt like it was intent. Like the kid, the first time around, trying to press the button, right? Whatever button that was, he had to press in the keyboard. Then this part here kind of made you feel like, okay, yeah, he's not going to press that button. At that moment there, when he just, that's one little pause, like, okay. So in some ways, the movie was somewhat predictable. In some ways, because of that, you know. But again, it's not a perfect movie, but it's still enjoyable.
I was gonna say the fact that, especially that this movie is from back then, I would say I was it never ended up losing my attention. The movie, like I wasn't getting distracted by just like snoozing off, or in the sense of like they were talking too long and it wasn't making no sense no more. Throughout the movie, like you mentioned, that they were just trying to hold your attention span. I feel like the movie did that. Like I feel like it definitely, for sure, ended up grabbing my attention.
Well, yeah, because you wanted to know
throughout the movie.
You wanted to know, what is the satellite? What does the government know? What are they showing? What are they doing?
Real quick. I was thinking the whole time when we started the movie, I was like, oh, this is don't get me wrong, really great movie. But if they would have gone the route of like him being a researcher, going through these hardships, I was like, okay, this is all. I didn't think aliens were going to be involved at all.
Me neither.
Like,
that threw me off for a
That threw me
loop.
out for a whole loop.
Yeah.
Like actually, I knew they were going to be involved, but it was just the discovery of their signal. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be cool. They're somehow going to get in contact with them. That's it, right? Them being actually a presence, I was like, so what I'm getting to is that how cool would it have been if they would have just stuck to let's get this research out, and they would have like, I was like, okay, I'm kind of excited to see this.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Because I wasn't expecting too much of an action movie here. I was more of expecting like a drama, like maybe like, you got to fight the DOD on something.
A thinky movie.
Yeah, like
a thinky movie.
The rest of the humans should know about this, not just not just the government.
There's a lot of people involved here.
Like I would have like, okay, this would have been good, but yeah, don't again. Nothing wrong with it. I think it was very enjoyable.
You think the aliens made the movie less?
Yeah, I think so. I think the aliens were like,
It was a little much.
Little much.
Like the story was really good as it was going.
Yeah, when the first like I would say 30 minutes, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like why would you pull funding? Like, okay, like but why? What? Like, what does the government know that I don't? We don't know. Like I thought it was gonna be like American government hiding something about aliens.
Yeah.
Not. American government is
being aliens, yeah.
Well, or if they had maybe just one alien.
Yeah.
Just the one who's running things.
That might have been cool because, like you mentioned, I do agree that the aliens could have easily killed Zane off at any time, especially the kid breaking into his house. Like, you could have done the exact same thing they did with the other guy. Carbon dioxide poisoning, whatever.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Anything like that.
That brings up a great point. Like, why not kill the guy who is getting all this stuff in the most?
Yeah, the most dangerous towards your whole operation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why not? Again, that would make no sense to me either because there's plenty of opportunities to kill this guy off.
I would agree with you guys when it comes to the whole concept of like, if it was just that whole idea of challenges and stuff like that, of fighting the government, fighting those that are trying to oppress that information, that would have been dope.
Great.
That would have been dope to see.
That would have
honestly,
been great.
Because
the whole cover up and
the mystery is what we were
Area
most
51 is involved somehow. Like
that's what we were most entertained by. The mystery.
I like that. Well, that's what Area 51. Even though we didn't have it, we ended up going to Mexico because there was something going on there. And then there were 20 plants they're converting into new power.
Yeah.
People, it's like, okay. So that I did like, I found that completely interesting. Eventually like, wow, that's intriguing. What are they doing? That's what I thought. Maybe there's a spaceship they're trying to power up to get out of here and whatnot. So I guess eventually the power, they needed the power, right? They're warming up the earth. They're here. They're here. So that was good, but again, there was just small things. Like I would have preferred his girlfriend, to be the alien, not the little boy, because they were on him from the get go, and they knew that well, let's keep her involved. And keep
he had a paranoia,
right. Not this kid who appeared out of nowhere,
and he felt some type of trust with.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
I feel like it would have been kind of.
It would have been fine. Again, maybe turning the kid into an alien.
Yeah, I think
at the end was like.
I think it was fine because, like you said, it was predictable. So the fact that it wasn't her, I think I'm okay with that. Or if it was more in the sense of the fact that she actually has some sense of like consciousness and actually fell in love with him.
I still think she's. I think they were trying to build off into a second movie here because I think that's part of what it was. Like in my opinion, they have to follow this movie up, right? Like this is one of those like, okay, you're trying to build a world type thing, and I think in the later on movies, she would probably be an alien because there was a lot of signs that told that she was an alien.
And they make that much money in the theater. It had a $25 million budget, only made $14 million.
Yeah, no, there's
so
not.
They lost money.
There's definitely not a second movie.
And there is a sequel. Look, sequel, Arrival 2.
Is there a sequel?
Look,
I knew it.
Oh, there is a sequel.
Is it Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's in there too.
Oof.
Yikes.
With a 3.8 rating, that may not have gone well. But now we know this is a sequel.
But at least the first one was okay. But from 1996 to holding its weight in a way in 2024.
Well, yeah, correct.
That's not bad.
You think so? You think this movie aged okay? I don't think this movie aged okay.
No. I'm like I said, it's holding its weight in a way. As in, like for example, this would not be a movie that I would just play. Like I would rewatch this movie or something like that.
No,
But-
this movie to me would be a bit obscure. Like first of all, here I am. We have this channel. We do sci-fi. I never heard of this movie. You know. So I think if it wasn't for the fact that our own fans who are constantly giving
Brought it
us
up
things
to
to
our
watch,
attention.
and thank you guys for that, because I really do appreciate when you guys are always giving us stuff to watch, to check out.
We would never watch this.
We would never watch this. This would never. Nope. I would never watch this on my own.
But I wouldn't say I had a bad time watching this. So that's what I'm trying to say.
No.
I'm not saying that either. But
I don't think it's not enjoyable.
Exactly.
I think it's enjoyable. I think in terms of like what there is out there today compared to this is like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The fact that they made this in 1996 and it didn't technically, we didn't turn this off right away.
But you get. But hold up. But Gerard, we've seen a lot of movies from back then
that
are like amazing.
Big time, exactly.
That are amazing. So the idea of since it was back then we didn't turn it off, that doesn't say anything. It has to do a lot with the story itself, the writing itself, and the acting. And in this movie, the only person I think who really sold the acting was Charlie Sheen. Everybody else was like, they weren't great. They weren't great at acting. You know,
I could say that. Yeah.
Like I almost don't care about his girlfriend. There was no need for me. There's no. If something happened to her, like I wasn't invested in her.
She was out of bounds either way. Like there wasn't no connection between her and the actual story.
I was more invested with his co-worker that they killed than I was with his girl.
That's what I'm saying. The boy. If I would have. If the coworker would have been in it the whole time, like I was like, "Oh, this is exciting."
That would have been great. I would have liked to see him involved, and he looked like he was scared. He looked worried. His acting came out.
Yeah,
you know. So these people, everybody else, the kid was horrible. If he ever been on the movie there, good for him every day. I doubt he made any movies. He was awful. The woman who played his girlfriend, she was very stiff. You know, like even when she was mad at him. The emotion of her being mad at him they didn't come across as well. Like, you know, when a girl's mad, when your girl's mad at you, you know what you're dealing with. You know, she's not. Oh, well, if you're not gonna hang out with me, whatever. You know, it wasn't like that. She didn't feel. You didn't feel her anger,
and that's where the artificial comes along. That was mentioned before.
So I really thought she was an alien.
I wonder. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if that was played on that because of that reason.
So you think they did it on purpose because
because
make you think that way?
Having us guess if she's an alien or not.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that she called the cops on him though. If that's true, what she said, let's say she's not.
Yeah.
Let's say she's not part of the alien stuff, whatever, right? But she did get on the phone. She did make a phone call.
Yeah.
And she admitted to calling the cops. So if she did that, that's like, that's
not ride or die behavior.
You know what I'm saying? I thought we had a thing going on here. You gonna call the cops right away, girl? Damn.
But the thing is, what I was trying to say prior, it was just like, there's back to that same concept. There's also been movies we have seen in our age where it's like, really, you have the technology, you have the budget, and you created that. You know,
well,
that's what I was trying to say.
But it has to do with the writing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's easy to write sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it is. You know, a good sci-fi, because anyone could write anything sci-fi or space, whatever, and people will go with sci-fi. This, I think, would have been better. Again, like we mentioned, if maybe no aliens or just one alien, that would have been impactful. And I think the guy, the buddy in the beginning, if it would have been
I thought it was just going to be them two, maybe some other students that got involved in there. There's a movie.
Like, he needed somebody to tell him, this is stupid. What are you doing in Mexico for, you know?
There's a movie. There's a movie where this guy's a professor and they're following somewhat of a signal as well.
I don't know.
Man. Godzilla started like that. The new Godzilla started like that. They were looking at the science.
And then when the old man went crazy, like the professor went crazy? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He ended up breaking up all the artifacts. I don't remember what movie that might be. That might be Godzilla for all I know.
Yeah, but there was one where it's really good like that, where it kind of had the same beginning. I was like, I was like, oh my God, have I seen this movie before? Because of that, I was like, it started the same where like one, there's a professor, and then they're like doing some research, and there's a buddy who's also a professor, and they're doing some research, and I was like, okay. Like, I thought this was gonna go. I was like, okay, like, imagine this. Imagine if we would have started the movie. They would have just done research. They would have found this signal. They would have gone to the DOD and they would have been like, hey, we need to figure this out. They're like, no, we got to cut funding on you. Not understanding that like there's another alien involved or anything like that. They were just very skeptical people. Like, oh no, there's no alien involved or anything like that.
No, he fired him right away.
Yeah, like they're firing him. Like, okay, that seems a little bit weird. But then they do their own research. They come back to these people and they're like, okay, now there is some aliens. And now they're getting in contact with them. And at the end, there's somewhat of a connection between them two and the aliens. And maybe somebody in the government that's working for them, or not even anybody in Earth that's an alien. Now we just have contact with aliens that there are out of space. That would have been cool. Like the whole like, oh crap, like they had to go through a whole bunch of hurdles about the DOJ like cutting funding for them, all this other stuff. Like that would have been cool.
No, I agree.
Keeping the guy in there too. The other guy, like you said, I really like that other guy. I was like, man, that's where I thought it was going. I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be one of those movies like we're gonna have to think about.
If that were to be the case, it would really wrap this movie up to like make another movie of conspiracy.
But they tried. You saw they had a sequel and it sucked.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they would have done it that way, where they would like aliens' presence would have been very subtle.
Yeah, they would have been more
like maybe towards the end, maybe towards
mystery.
Yeah, maybe towards the end, like it would have been like a little cutscene of the guy. The guy who was an alien, like the OG alien, the one who worked for NASA, like maybe shredding some paperwork.
Yeah, or his
like
eyes
him,
or something.
But all of them are like, oh.
Yeah.
And then the Arrival 2 would have been like, nah, we're kind of like getting into this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Like getting into the world, like, oh crap. It's almost like
who's an alien? Who's this? Who's that?
Like Cloverfield. You know Cloverfield?
Yeah.
Cloverfield is like that. Cloverfield kind of starts off like, oh, like we know that there's aliens, but like it's just kind of like not really like, and then they get into the.
I would say that would be a perfect because creating that mysterious of like that conspiracy theory, creating that conspiracy theory in the first movie would have been great. Towards
it's
the
almost like
movie.
you're trying to make two the sequel or the series. You're trying to make it two different genres.
Yeah.
Like one could have been more like drama mystery, and the other one could have been like okay,
the actual
this is sci-fi.
Yeah,
like this is really sci-fi.
That would have been dope,
bro. Put me on. Put me on as a director.
Yeah, but
put me on as a director.
It definitely wasn't a memorable movie.
Yeah, honestly, I would say
I'm gonna forget about this like in 2 days,
this rating. It's a bit off. I would say 5.7, 5.6.
See, this is why when you have in your house, you have your movie setup, right? You know when people have like theater setups in their own house and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is the movie that Fortnite category. You know, because you're in the theater in your house, and you're gonna watch this movie just because of the movie. You know. But if you're on most movies, you tend to like analyze what's going on. You know, so this movie is like you got to go in here without analyzing anything. Just let it happen. Mm-hmm. You know, and you can be in the theater with your popcorn and just popcorn type movie.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
But if you're in front of your laptop watching this movie, let's say I'm in the whatever. I'm in an airplane. I got my laptop. I'm watching the movie. I'm analyzing what's happening. You know,
you have nothing else to do.
I'm deep focused in this movie about what's happening. And I don't know what I'm saying is making sense. I just feel that there's a time and place for movies like this, and this movie to me is just one of those mindless. Like it really is mindless.
Those brain rots movie.
It's kind of challenging you to focus on what's happening because you're like there's a mystery, and you're trying to figure out what that mystery is. But at the same time, it's like
don't look too
deep in this.
Yeah.
Okay, think about this.
This is not
this movie with 3 beers inside.
Oh, excellent.
3 beers. Excellent. Excellent.
And a shot
Get
of whiskey.
out of there! Get out of Mexico!
Best movie.
You traitor! No! You traitor! Scorpion!
Not since the Godfather.
Not the kid.
Not since the Godfather have I seen a movie this good. You know,
it's under the sheet. She's gonna die.
Yeah, this might be. You're right. This might be a 3 beer movie.
3 beer.
Yeah, 3 beer movie.
After
you're right.
4 or 5, then it becomes too thinky. 3 beers is perfect. It's perfect,
bro.
3 beer.
Yeah. Entertaining. Too bad they lost money out in this movie. You know, I thought again, Charlie Sheen I thought did a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
But other than that, Anyway, guys, if you like what we're doing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This movie will be available on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Unedited, you will find the link in the description below for our Patreon. There you will find movies and shows that we've been doing on our channel, and all that's available, again, in the description below. We also have some merchandise, guys, where we sell hats and hoodies, some really cool shirts. Got the link in the description below. We got some new designs coming up, so please check it out. And we want to know your thoughts on this movie. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Did you watch it in the theater? Did you watch it? Did you find a VCR at home, which is VHS, and you popped another kid and saw it?
And you're like, ah.
Yeah. Do you agree with what we're saying, guys? We definitely want to know, you know? One of you guys, listen, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We are R Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Gerard.
Guys, we'll see you soon.
Stay safe, everyone.
Take care.